Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we actually have some breaking news. As a few days ago on Twitter, consulting producer Bryan Cogman revealed some pretty interesting things and got into quite a big debate with another Twitter account as well, and revealed some interesting details. But first, let's talk about Dana Schwartz and how she's involved in this. So originally, some people thought that Dana Schwartz could be involved in Amazon's Lord of the Rings TV series. And for some of you who don't know who Dana Schwartz is, she is like a writer or like a person who works on movie TV shows, and she actually worked on the Marvel series, some Marvel movies, and the Avengers. But she is quite, I don't want to get political, but she is quite liberal and quite leftist. And I'm sure most of you know about South Park. She actually recently tried taking them down, not taking them down, but insulting them a bit and saying how we're all getting brainwashed by how they are moving people away from political agenda and like how people see politics and just mocking it in some sense. And she got lots of hate for this. And ever since then, lots of people have been hating on it. And now, because it's seen that someone who's really leftist, someone who's like probably likes, oh yeah, let's just put all the L's black or something like that. Not trying to be racist, but like saying just really like left stuff like that. People scared that this could happen to Lord of the Rings as well. Say for example, having everyone, all different races, and going away from Tolkien's idea and law. So that's what people were scared about. But he came out and said this is not true, and he also has quite some interesting things about himself as well. But before we get into that, let's see how it started. So Cogman recently sparked fears that Schwartz, known for her attacks on South Park, called for an end to Western canon, and comparing men to Oscar the Grouch could be getting so involved in the Lord of the Rings TV series. So you can see why this is quite bad. End to Western canon. What that means is having everyone, so just adding maybe some random Asians or Indians, just for no reason. I don't want to be racist in a way, but that's what she's trying to apply. Just add people, not to actually add to the plot, but just for the sake of it. And this is what she said. And then this is what Bryan Cogman replied, saying, "Yes, are your DMs open?" So overall, you can tell why there was such an outrage, as someone like this joining the Lord of the Rings TV series, who is 90% to go against all of what Tolkien believed in and what he wanted his stories to look like, and go against all the law and everything. And this could have literally destroyed the project, and that's why people were outraged on Twitter, and then Bryan Cogman had to defend her and himself in some sort as well. And here is the backlash, as Geeky Candy wrote "Rip Lord of the Rings," and actually a lot of people were banding onto this, and actually Gary Buchler of the Nerodic YouTube channel wrote this, and this actually became quite viral. And then Buchler would write in response to this, "Always available for free consultation for Lord of the Rings on Prime." He then provided his free consultation. "First, keep Tom Shippey and listen to him at every turn," which is correct. "Honor Tolkien's messages and his methodology. And to third, do not hire Dana Banish Western canon Schwartz." And these are all correct, and this is what we all want. Then in response to a fan who told him to look at these demands and actually take it in, Cogman replied, "First, Dana is a terrific writer and a cool person. I doubt that. And that also the Western canon will be just fine. We're not sure yet because we don't have much to look at yet. Nothing's really has come out then. This has nothing to do with Lord of the Rings. I'm not the showrunner, I'm just a consultant producer. And third, to be nice." So, the two main things we can take out of this is that he said Western canon will be just fine, and that he is not a showrunner. And what he meant by consultant producer means that, and he says in a few minutes, that currently he's not actually working on the TV series. He was just there to start it and bring it up, which is quite interesting. But first, he should be able to see the fans' outrage, because we all love Lord of the Rings, and that is why I even made a channel based on it, and some of you watch it just love it, and we just don't want it to be taken away from us. We're all kind of pretty scared already about how this could be political agenda could be put into this, and just having a bit of assurance is what we really need right now. Having the consulting producer, kind of flirting away with one of the most hated people in Hollywood right now because of her views on ending Western canon. And Lord of the Rings, which was the birth to basically most of Western canon, it just can't understand it. But as Bryan Cogman, he's going to say, he is actually not fully part of the writing team and in the series as the minute, so he's not involved currently. Now let's get into the quite interesting part. As you can see a bit below the end of the screen, at the bottom of the screen, it shows Bryan Cogman's thread, but this is just a summary. So he didn't explain that he did help the Lord of the Rings writing team get the project off the ground. This quotation, I'm a consulting producer on Lord of the Rings. The job is exactly what it sounds like. I was involved heavily at the beginning, helping the incredible murderers row of writers get the thing off the ground before stepping away to focus on my own shows for Amazon. So therefore, this means he is currently not working, he's consulting, so whenever they need him, he'll be there, but he is not currently working for them. So if that is the case, why is he going doing stuff like this on Twitter? I don't understand. If he's not working on the project, why would he do this currently? And he said he's working on other stuff as well. So yeah, Bryan Cogman, the ex-Lord of the Rings, ex-Game of Thrones and HBO producer, is now working on his own TV shows and is currently not involved in Amazon's Lord of the Rings TV series. He also went on to say this. He's made it crystal clear that he is not running the Lord of the Rings TV show. Quotations, I'm not running it. I never was running it. I was honoured and thrilled and happy to work on it for a spell. So the last bit, work on it for a spell, is really interesting, as this means he is, as I just said a few seconds before, not currently at the show. But I think what consultant producer means that he will come back for future seasons and help out and consult. But currently I think everything's set up, we just need shooting now and filming now, and that's why he's not needed. And Deverman asked this question, this is his response. I'm still a consultant producer to the question, you're away, but will you continue in the project, which means he is still currently there but not working at the moment. Just to round up, overall, in the end, it's good that Dana Schwartz is nowhere near the project, as she would have completely ruined it. Okay, they may be a bit far, but she would have tried putting her own political agenda in it and bastardize the Western canon as well. But also, it's quite interesting about Bryan Cogman's role in the show, as people are actually quite excited that he was in it, because he actually was in the Game of Thrones series, and he was actually one who's actually running it for a bit, and he did actually in season 8 produce the 2 good episodes, 2 decent episodes as well. So people thought there was some positives, but at the same time, it's good that he's not fully over it as well. So it's mixed opinions, and you can take your view on it. But that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe. It would really help if you do that, and help the channel as well. But until then, goodbye.